Good morning, everybody. So I am making apple pie filling today. I got a bunch of apples. I went with Fiji, Fuji. It had a G, not a J, because those are two different types of apples. But they're supposed to be good for baking, and they're not quite as tart as like the Granny Smith, like everybody likes to use. I don't like tart apples as much. So I got that. Let me show you my toy. It's not new, but it's my first time using it. So this is what I'm using to peel my apples. And I got this at World King. I don't think it was expensive, maybe 10 or 15 bucks. And it will peel, core, and slice. But the way it slices, I'll show you, it's kind of cool. Not what I need for today, but it does the rings. So if you ever need your apples like that. But so what I'm doing right now, peeling, coring, and chopping my apples. And then I got a pot with a bunch of water, and I just put some lemon juice in it, a fair amount, probably like a cup. And that's just to keep them from turning brown while I'm cutting up all the apples because they turn brown real quick. So I'm going to finish doing that, and then we'll come back. Okay, so by the way, I am using the recipe from Nora from Savory Nothings. And this recipe called for um, five apples. I'm doing a double, and then I'm probably going to do two of these. But it seemed most manageable there. So I got my apples all diced up, and the first step is to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of butter. I got it melting. I'm going to put my apples over, and you're going to toss those until they're coated with the melted butter. Just trying to make sure I get all the water out. Also, you want to try and make sure that you don't cut your apple chunks too small because they will get kind of mushy on you. And you want to try and make sure that the slices or chunks or however you do it are similar in shape and size so that they cook evenly. I don't know. I tried. I might have some smaller chunks in there. I'm not horribly worried about it. Um, but it doesn't cook for real long. But so I got this on medium heat right now just to get all the butter melted, and then I'm going to coat it. I don't think that's going to be enough butter for all these apples, so I might add in because that is a fair amount of apples in there. And let's see. Can lay that burden down. Guys, getting a little bit of my singing today. Come on, apples. I'm like fishing for apples now. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. Okay. All right. So we got the last of our apples here. And let's see how is. I probably got a little more water in there than I wanted to. But no, that is not enough butter. So I'm going to throw some more in because it said you want it to be covered. You want the apples to be covered. And that just wasn't quite enough. Maybe my apples are bigger. I got these apples from a local orchard called Quarry Hill. So if you're local in the Sandusky area, there's a lot of orchards out here. So I might do some more apples at a later date and try to, I'm just trying to get them all coated in the butter. So, okay. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to turn this off now just because I don't want them to keep cooking. Let me turn you this way. Okay. So next you're going to stir in both your sugar, spices, and salt. Bring to a simmer and then cook it until the apples are starting to soften, which should take about 4 to 5 minutes. So the seasonings and sugars, this 3/4 cup brown sugar packed. I think I'm going to need a bigger bowl than this. This is not going to be big enough. And let's see. Okay, this one should be big enough. So I'm doubling, so I'm going to do 1.5 cups. And let's see. The cup doesn't fit in there though, so I'm packing it down. A little bit more. Maybe if I can get it out. Okay, it's about 1 cup. Oh man, maybe I should have gotten an even bigger bowl. This is the 1/2 cup. Okay, I'm okay if it's got a little less sugar in it. I don't honestly use quite as much sugar as they tell you to, because you usually don't need quite as much. So I might do a little less on the regular. So that's 1/4 cup. So of the regular, I'm using cane sugar, just less processed than the granulated sugar you get. So it's going to be 1/2 cup. Like I said, I'm going to do it a little lighter. Just really don't think we need all that sugar, so much sugar. This should be for 2 pies worth, but I have a feeling it's going to be more like 3, which is okay. Okay, and then next for seasoning, so it's 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons. Hopefully I have enough in here. I am at the bottom of my container. Let's see. There's 1 and 2. Okay, I got a little bit left. I have to go pick up my order with more cinnamon on it in a little bit, so that's okay. I'll have that for later. And then they have apple pie spice on here. It says 1/2 teaspoon. I do not have that. So what they are saying to substitute is more ground cinnamon and a pinch of allspice, ginger, and clove and nutmeg. So I'm not going to put any more cinnamon in. That's pretty good. Just a bit of allspice, nutmeg. Careful on the nutmeg. Don't like too much nutmeg. Clove. Might put a little bit more clove in. There we go. Not too much though. And ginger. I don't want to go too heavy with that. And I'm going to throw a dash of pumpkin pie spice in for the heck of it. Okay, and we got 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Boy, I don't have 1/8 of a teaspoon, so you know what? I think I'm just going to do a couple shakes of this. That should be good. Okay. I'm going to stir that up so it's nice and mixed. Okay. Just double checking that I have all my seasonings in there. I do. And I am not canning today. If you're canning, you can't use cornstarch or flour. I guess it doesn't do well in the canning. That's going to be the next step. So we're going to go ahead and put this in, and then it's going to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Let me turn you around. Okay. Make sure it doesn't get too high either. You kind of toss them a little bit again, just because they were sitting there. And mix this in. Never been there before. Oh, this smells delicious. Oh yeah, making the filling. It's one of my contractors, electrician, working on those sub boxes for us. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to stir this while I am doing the next step here. Leave this full because I will use it for my next batch. Okay, so we're gonna combine water, cornstarch, and oops, sorry, I forgot to turn you. And apple cider vinegar. Um, I'm gonna use this, I think, because I need how much water? I don't see water. Oh, 2.5 cups. So that's gonna end up being 5 cups of water and 4 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar because I'm doubling. And then how much cornstarch do I need? 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. So that's gonna end up being 12. Okay, so 5 cups of water. Say hi, Grandma. Hello. And right now, everything is fine. Okay, so it's 5 cups of water. Let me give a stir. Stir, stir, stir. Smell good, Grandma? Does it smell good? Grandma says it smells good. Okay, and then 12 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I went with this recipe because it had the apple cider vinegar. And I like to try things that are a little off. I should be counting. I think that's 4, 5, 6, a lot of cornstarch. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to have to add cornstarch on my grocery list. 11 and 12. Okay. And let's see. 4 teaspoons apple cider vinegar. Two, 3, and 4. Okay. I don't know what I just did with that lid. It's gone forever. Okay. I need my whisk. I'm going to give another stir real quick. It's driving me insane. Trouble is my middle name, and it knows not to find. Okay. Now you want to make sure that when you whisking that it is all, oh, and I let that sit just that second, and it is, hi, do you need me? No, 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Husband needed something for the contractor. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's mixed really good and you do not want to leave it sitting because it will start hardening. So hopefully our apples are getting good here, which I think they are. Move you back over there. Oops, my thing is flopping. Don't fall. Okay. And they are starting to get a little soft. Probably would have liked to get a little more soft, but they said they didn't need to be fully because it's going to cook here for a little bit more. All right. Why I'm so mad by you. Okay. I'm going to keep stirring this for a minute. Okay. mix in. I feel like this is so much, but I have not made apple pie filling before, so I'm gonna take their word on it. Hi, Miss Tasha. Tasha likes to always assist in the kitchen. She is good on cleaning up. All right, so now you're going to simmer the apples until this thickens up and the apples are nice and soft. I'm going to keep it on medium heat for just a little bit, and then I'm going to turn it down. But I'll be back when it is looking good. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we got going on here and what it's looking like. Hopefully, yeah. So it's gotten pretty thick. It's going to continue to thicken as it cools. So you don't want it to be completely as thick as it would be. And if you're baking a pie, you would want this to cool down. Now we'll probably bake a pie or something later. I'm just doing the apple pie filling right now for whatever. And so I'm going to leave some out. And then the rest of it, I'm probably going to end up freezing just because I did not have the clear gel. And I wanted to do this today. I didn't want to wait till next week. So I'm probably going to end up freezing it and vacuum sealing it in some portions. So, and I would definitely say this is probably enough for 3 pies. I'm like, it's a lot in there. So, all right. So that is it. Maybe I'll talk my hubby into making an apple pie video with me later. Anyways, peace, love, and apple pie. Meow.